Wilson Combat 10-round 1911 magazine review. I did this because I didn't see any on YouTube the last time I looked before I purchased these magazines originally, and I wanted to put something up for guys that like to get a little bit more in-depth look before they purchase something, especially at Wilson Combat prices. Now, we all know their stuff is expensive, but I personally believe it's absolutely worth it. I originally used only Chip McCormick mags and the factory mags that came with the firearms, the 1911s that I own, and they work great on a flat range, you know, just no dirt in them, indoor range, reloads. You know, the springs lasted quite a while and I never had any issues. But as soon as I went to an outdoor range and started taking CCW classes, advanced CCW classes, combat medicine classes, you name it, outside in the sand, vehicle tactics classes, you know, you're underneath a barricade, you're underneath a car, you're doing emergency reload drills, they get gummed up. And I noticed on emergency reloads when they drop, the followers come out. I've had several Chip McCormicks break that way. At least the springs got all messed up and kind of caused a problem. With these Wilson Combats, they have a polymer follower, at least in 45 ACP. And I notice, for one, they don't get gummed up as easily with sand and whatnot. And also, I have not ever had a follower pop out on me. What I have had issues with, you'll see right here on this older generation 10-round mag, Wilson Combat, right here, the little nublet that stops the magazine from going up and too far inside the firearm, hitting the ejector and whatnot. This breaks off pretty regularly if you're doing really hard emergency reloads. Now, Wilson Combat has a warranty that just takes care of it, no questions asked. It's fantastic. However, it's kind of a bummer when you're at the range and your $30, $40 magazine has that little issue and you don't want to use it anymore for emergency reloads, at least, because it can damage the ejector or other parts of the gun. Anyway, this I wanted to show just because I don't believe they make this model any longer. This is the new standard with a Chip McCormick style polymer base pad, and it makes a hell of a difference in my opinion. There's, you know, you're not going to break that unless you're Hulk Hogan or something. Anyway, there's a size comparison. The black mag on the far right is a 7-rounder that I use in my officer's concealed carry gun. The one next to it is an 8-rounder, just a standard Wilson Combat magazine with a flat base pad, and that is those are two of the older style 10-rounders next to a brand new one. Now, this is, I believe, all they're making. I don't know if Wilson Combat sells this base pad for the old magazines because of this little nublet thing, but that would be cool if they had some kind of upgrade kit that you could buy just to hold this little spot welded piece on or something. But anyway, great mags. I go to an outdoor range now all the time, and it's got some really fine silt that just destroys pretty much everything. Glocks, 1911s, SIG 226s, it doesn't matter what you're running, the sand kills it. Especially taking more advanced classes where you're under barricades and underneath cars and things like that, it eats them up. And these are the best magazines I've found so far. There's plenty of other brands out there, but again, I didn't see a review for these on YouTube, so I thought I'd put a little quick shot of them up so you guys could see them next to a 7 and 8-rounder, and you could see the old style versus the new style. Hopefully this helps somebody out, and they decide to go with these mags because they are awesome. All right, guys, have a great one.